Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is finally here. Hallelujah. We've got the replacement beefed up, heavier duty suspension components here to try and fit up. We should have a good run with these. The issues that we've had with the other one, splitting through the end of the tube, may not have been totally rectified in this, but it's a heavier duty setup. The future ones will be set up slightly different, but all look identical. So fingers crossed, this is going to work. It is enabling us to use larger wheels a little bit further up the track with much heavier duty bearings. So I was hoping for that. That's excellent. So that side of it is going to be a great benefit to us. So what I'll do is I'll get this other stuff out and I'll replace one at a time. And as I go through, explain what it is, how it works, how it affects the trailer, etc. So I'll try not to bore you too much, but I'll get in and I'll start and pull this one here apart. But at least we've got it here. Yeah, it's been a long wait. So I'm just going to rip it all out and start to put the new one in. Just a quick question. Was the shaft itself greased up? Right. So I'll grease that all up, just make sure it's all good. I'll let you know how we get on. And the bearings, they're already pre-greased, aren't they, or they're assembled? Yeah. No, that's cool. All right, that is excellent. I'll get that all in there and sort it out, and I'll give you a yell when it's back together. Okay, thank you very much. This is a little bit different. To pull that apart, all I need is an Allen key. That's it. I don't need great big sockets and spanners and everything else like that, undoing U-bolts. I'll undo two Allen keys on either side. Job done. Just got to get them out then. I'm just going to try and lever this out a little bit to get it started, and it's probably not going to just lever it that easily. Never does when you want it to. Oh gee. I'll jack it out. That bush has got to come out too. Unfortunately, all the grease has dried up. Oh, bloody hell. The bushes on this one here are different size to the bushes on the new ones because the shaft is a bigger diameter. So I've got to try and get them out. They were supposed to come out with the bush, with the shaft. That was the plan. Yeah, I'll have to try and work out how to get the two bushes out. I might have to cut them out. Oh. Don't fill the grease hole. Okay. That looks easy. I've got to get the bush in on the other end yet. So we'll see how we go. A little bit more grunting yet. So far we're only halfway in. And all right. Well, that worked.
It worked.
A little bit of brute force. Never hurt anybody. Okay. I'm quite surprised that bolt started. I'll pull it in the rest of the way. Come on, come on. Okay, that's one side in. I can put the wheels on this side and suspensions. Remember, apart from rocking up and down like that, the suspension, depending on how you want to look at it, can go up and down that way as well as that way on the torsion bar. So it's a load sharing system to be like a walking beam and a flexing walking beam at the same time. No coil springs, no leaf springs. Yeah, this has been a bit of a bugger to change, trying to do it on my own and probably not using the right grease in the first place with the bushing. But that one there's in. I'll put some wheels on it. I'll get into the other side. Start the ball all over again. A little bit more cursing and swearing, just because I can. That's my excuse. Anti-seize onto the wheel nuts. I hate taking wheels off only to find that nobody has put any bloody lube on the wheel nuts and the threads are buggered. that just puts a layer of copper and nickel and lead onto the thread and stops them from seizing. It's particularly good where you've got hot engine parts, exhaust manifolds and things like that, so you can actually undo them without breaking bolts. I know a lot of guys don't like it. I'm not a lot of guys. All right, wheels on, all down on the ground now. Both sides have been refitted and I'm absolutely, positively buggered. This side here was a lot more difficult and I'm not sure why. The inside of the tube where this all fits into was all polished up, cleaned, greased, but just proved to be extremely tight to get in for that last little bit. So we've got it all in, all bolted up tight and done. So it'll be interesting to see just how this here performs. What I found on this unit here was the front or leading stub axle was just slightly off alignment and it was chewing tyres out. So now that we've got the two new units, we'll see where it sits. We've got to replace that tyre and the spare. Then we're hopefully good to go. So fingers crossed, it'll all be good. This will get us through to back to Melbourne, and I can talk to Thomas, the engineer, and discuss changes and updates and what have you from what we found from this exercise. Remembering this is all prototype, so I'm not surprised that there's been, I'll say, issues. Nothing was insurmountable, and some it was expected. So yeah, from here it'll be just simply a case of get the thing back on the road, head down the highway and see how it all sits. It should be quite good, hopefully. But don't forget, if you like the content, give us a big thumbs up. Right at present, I need a big thumbs up. I'm buggered. Thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers, guys.